Imagine an ordinary summer evening. You're heading home from work, stuck in traffic. The air is warm, engines are humming, and nothing feels out of the ordinary. Then, in the blink of an eye, the world beneath you disappears. Steel twists, concrete shatters, and the bridge you were just driving on vanishes, plunging cars into the river below. There was no earthquake, no explosion, no violent storm, just a bridge that 1 second was there, and the next was simply gone. This is the true, chilling story of the bridge that fell without warning. For 40 years, the I-35W Bridge was a silent workhorse, carrying thousands of vehicles every single day across the Mississippi River in Minneapolis, Minnesota. It was a familiar part of the city's skyline, a trusted piece of daily life. People drove over it without a second thought, and that's how it was supposed to be. The bridge was born in the 1960s, a product of America's ambitious push to expand its interstate highway system. The focus was on speed and efficiency. The promise of longevity was just assumed. And for decades, the bridge held up that promise. It did its job quietly and reliably. Until one day, it didn't. That day was August 1st, 2007. During the evening rush hour, the bridge was packed. Cars, trucks, and even a school bus were crammed together, moving at a crawl. To make matters worse, construction was happening on the bridge. In Huntington, the entire central span of the bridge buckled and collapsed. Vehicles plunged more than 100 feet into the river. Within seconds, one of the busiest bridges in Minnesota was gone, replaced by a scene of utter chaos and devastation. People were trapped inside their mangled vehicles, screaming for help. Survivors, bleeding and disoriented, crawled from the wreckage. Smoke and dust filled the air, rising from the twisted heap of metal that was once a bridge. Emergency responders rushed to the scene, facing an unimaginable disaster. The collapse had been so sudden, so total, that many survivors didn't even understand what had happened. One moment they were driving, the next they were falling. Rescue operations began immediately and continued through the night. Firefighters bravely climbed over unstable piles of debris, searching for anyone still alive. Divers navigated the murky, treacherous waters of the Mississippi, feeling their way through submerged vehicles in near-total darkness. One by one, survivors were pulled from the wreckage, injured and shaken, but alive. When the dust finally settled, the human cost was staggering. 13 people had lost their lives. More than 100 others were injured. So may wheat, life-altering wounds. A routine evening commute had turned into a national tragedy, and the question on everyone's mind was simple, yet terrifying. How could a major, modern bridge just collapse out of the blue? Finding the answer would take months of painstaking investigation, and what it revealed was deeply unsettling. It failed because of a fatal design flaw, hidden since the day it was built. The bridge had been slowly, invisibly, overloading itself for decades, and nobody noticed. What made it even more disturbing was that regular inspections had missed the problem entirely. The flawed gusset plates weren't corroded or cracked, in a way that was easy to spot. The danger was hidden in plain sight, a fundamental error in the original blueprints. The bridge didn't give any obvious warning signs. It didn't groan or visibly sag. It just reached its absolute breaking point. And when it did, the failure was catastrophic and immediate. The collapse sent shockwaves across the nation. People everywhere began to look at the bridges they crossed every day with a new sense of fear. How many others had hidden flaws? How many were just one weak point away from a similar disaster? The tragedy forced America to confront a hard truth. Its infrastructure was aging. Maintenance was often underfunded, and crucial warning signs were being missed. And the community's trust was shattered. It stands as a powerful reminder that complex systems often don't fail loudly. They fail quietly, piece by piece, until they don't. Today, millions of us cross bridges every day without a second thought, trusting the steel, the bolts, and the designs made by people long ago. Most of the time, that trust is well, but sometimes a single, hidden flaw is all it takes. And when that flaw gives way, there is no warning. The I-35W bridge didn't fall because people were careless on that particular day. It fell because for 40 years, everyone assumed it couldn't. That assumption cost 13 people their lives. This isn't just the story of a fallen bridge. It's a story about trust and the devastating consequences of misplacing it. It's a stark reminder that our infrastructure doesn't always announce its limits. It simply reaches them. Thank you for watching. If you found this story compelling, please consider liking this video and subscribing for more deep dives into events that changed our world.